Hello and welcome to this Pluralsight presentation. My name is Andrew Mallet and I'm delighted to be your instructor today to introduce you to SELinux, the Mandatory Access Control List. Now, in meeting the objectives, we're going to be taking a look at how we can identify the SELinux, the secure Linux files and processes. As well as this, we'll be looking at how we can configure and modify our SELinux policies so it's geared to work more the way that we would like. We'll of course be working through demonstrations, and we've got to make sure that you understand what SELinux is. And it's a mandatory access control system, as is AppArmor. And of course it just sits on top of the existing discretionary access control lists. But the discretionary access control lists are more easily modified, whereas the SELinux system is that much more complex. So we can kind of guarantee the system is going to be working better, and those people who might have the rights to change file permissions are unlikely necessarily to have the same rights to start modifying your SELinux policies. As we go through, we'll be looking at how we can view the SELinux status and understand the different modes and context. We'll be looking at viewing the SELinux logs and using some of the tools that we can use to start modifying SELinux. We'll be working with the SELinux booleans as well as working with SELinux ports and just seeing how we can use these to easily adjust our SELinux policies. Our first stop is going to be looking at how we can take a view of SELinux, see what status it's at, and understanding the SELinux modes, the three modes that we have, and the different contexts that we have.